I've been summoned, let's check it out. So this user, Ashlyn Coral, had an old bathroom with original vintage green wall tiles that ran up about 4 feet on the wall with some black accents. And honestly, I'm really glad that she had the instinct to keep these tiles because colors, especially pastels, are very much in right now. Too often we've seen over the last 10 or 20 years people ripping out colorful fixtures and things and replacing them with sort of bland millennial gray and white. So here's the before picture of an old framed medicine cabinet, standard issue Hollywood lights, a fairly generic single handle bathroom faucet, and what looks like a solid surface top on the vanity with integrated sink and backsplash. She updated the window treatments pretty nicely. I love the use of that desert rose colored artwork and towel as accents to the seafoam green or pastel green. Those Hollywood lights had to go, and you can see in the upper right-hand corner of this photo, they did add lighting where before I believe it was just a heat lamp. So now they have two sources of lighting, one in front of you by the mirror and one coming from the ceiling, and actually three if you count the window as well. You'll notice they also removed the overjohn cabinet and the hotel shelf. They left the American Standard Champion toilet. You can tell that's what it is by the distinctive shape on the tank lid and the rolled seam design on the floor. The vanity is a Glacier Bay Everdeen. Glacier Bay is Home Depot's private label line. I'm not certain who is currently making Glacier Bay vanities for Home Depot right now. This one looks like about a 31-inch model, white, shaker style, but it looks like they traded out the standard chrome hardware for some satin brass or satin gold. You can see they changed the knobs on the doors to levers, which is pretty easy. I mean, you just need to drill an additional hole. Just make sure you measure twice, drill once. I like how this vanity has a furniture style look with the faux feet in the front and the toe kick pushed back. This gives you the furniture style look, but you don't have all that empty space underneath for dust bunnies to gather around, making it much easier to clean. The faucet is also a Glacier Bay Oswell 4-inch center set 2-handle high arc bathroom faucet in matte gold. Glacier Bay faucets are manufactured by a company called Globe Union, which private labels for a lot of other companies in the US. In the US, they are known as Gerber. No, not the baby food. Probably the only red flag that I see looking at the spec sheet with the compatibility of these two products is that the sink has no overflow hole, but the faucet drain does. This means there's a hole in the side of the faucet drain assembly, which means there is the possibility that standing water could build up and sort of mildew inside that drain assembly between the drain assembly and the sink. This is one of those situations where you're probably okay as long as the sink covers the overflow holes, but if it was in my house, I would change the drain assembly out as soon as possible for a model that does not have an overflow hole. I've seen what can happen when small leaks go undetected over time. The last two items threw me off because I figured if everything else came from Home Depot, maybe these two items did too. And I spent far too long looking on Home Depot's website for these items. I found similar items, but not the exact same. And then it occurred to me, maybe I should check Lowe's. Lo and behold, we're looking at the Origin 21 Sorin 2 Light Gold Transitional Vanity Light. An important note when you're looking at a sconce like this now, this clearly can be mounted facing down like it is, or facing up. However, not all sconces can be reversed like that, so what you need to do is make sure that the sconces you're installing has a secured shade, the glass piece right here. You see, in some sconces, that glass piece is just set in there, and if you were to install it upside down, that glass piece would just fall right off. So that's something to double, triple check on your project. Obviously, in this case, it's fine. And of course, an Allen & Roth 22 by 34 oval gold beveled wall mirror. On the website, they show it mounted vertically, but there's nothing stopping you from mounting this thing horizontally. Most mirrors are like that. All in all, I rate this remodel 4 out of 5 whisks. I'm not sure who this bathroom is intended for, but you definitely took out a lot of storage without actually replacing it. The hotel shelf, the medicine cabinet, the overjohn cabinet. However, if this is just a guest bath, who cares, right? You don't want guests to get too comfy and stick around too long. However, If this is a daily usage kind of bathroom, I would definitely at least bring up the question of storage for things like medicines and pills and toothpaste, shaving cream, stuff like that. If you like what I do, the best way to support is interact with this video. Maybe check out the merch store if that's your kind of thing. And of course, if you want me to consult on your project, click the link and schedule an appointment.